Hey.
I'm trying not to talk over everyone, so I'll just wait.
Yeah.
I'll just wait for someone else to
Yeah,
talk.
we should all just
Wait.
talk.
Yeah.
Welcome.
Hi.
Hi, it's a pleasant surprise to have Kari here today.
We have the whole crew.
Hey,
The
oh my
entire
God,
crew.
there's
the whole
5
crew.
of
For the
us!
first-
There's
for
5 of
the first
us.
time after like a year. Hello, everybody.
I know.
We're all here.
We've all been saying that too. So we usually go counterclockwise, starting at the very top right of who we are. Go ahead.
Oh, hi. I'm Epstein. Didn't Epstein himself. You can find me
I
on
meant left.
Twitter.
My bad.
You said right.
Yeah.
I know my bad.
Shame on you.
I
I'm
mean,
Epstein.
you can
Didn't
go
Epstein
next.
himself. You can find me on Twitter at Fires of Truth or spookyspeaks.substack.com. I pass it over to whoever's next.
Did you say clockwise or counterclockwise?
It doesn't matter. Just Bree go next.
We'll go counter now. My name is Brie.
She literally said counterclockwise and was like, "Fuck it, I don't want
Fuck
to."
it.
See what happens? I tried, you guys. I really did. My name is Brie. You can find me at Matt's Brie.
Bottled water. You can find me at botwater on the Twitter. I'm not a bot. I'm a real person.
I don't
I'm
believe
here.
you.
I speak words. I have views.
Okay, I'm UF Hora. Yeah. That's all I gotta say. Please don't find me on the internet. I don't want you to.
Fair.
Bobby.
The only person left.
Yeah, I'd like to take a beat. This week I'm going to buy Big Tumbler, which is my rap name because I roll
Love
my
it.
ankle a lot,
Ooh.
and I'm top heavy like a Ford Explorer.
Ooh.
You can find me on Twitter, I guess, at Pinball Bobby.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So fancy.
I'm never really on there, as you guys know, but sometimes I'll indulge in a little herbal supplements and decide to tweet a little bit. But other than that,
okay.
that's pretty much my only experience with Twitter. And you're watching Bobby's Cryptid Corner. I guess I'm Bobby from that title, even though we've talked about it many times. We should just change it to the Cryptid Corner.
It's already
I'll,
there.
I'll stop bringing it up. It's already okay. Good.
It's already there.
Pick up
There's
what you guys are
nothing you
putting
can
down.
do about it. How was
All
everyone's
right.
Thanksgiving?
It was great.
Bobby was in Mexico.
He
I know how
was.
cool.
I invaded
Celebrating
3
his birthday.
countries. It was great.
You did.
How very British of you.
Well, I have a
Does
quote.
the sun
to
never
say.
set on those countries now.
You'll be thankful, damn it.
Oh my goodness.
It
Everything was cool, man. Great
It was-
Thanksgiving.
It was India, South Africa, and Hong Kong.
Hong Kong's not a country, sir.
Isn't South Africa the
Oh.
Dutch?
Asia's a country.
Was it the Dutch?
I think
have
it was the
freedom
Dutch.
here.
We
I'm
have
sure the
freedom
Brits were
here.
down there too.
Dutch, Deutsch,
You know what?
Deutsch,
I'm gonna
Deutsch.
be honest with you, Night Gazer. Our freedoms are getting less and less the longer we go on. So, but that's for another show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're not allowed to say as many words because Elon Musk bought Twitter.
I'm afraid to say anything mean to him because then he'll just delete me from Twitter.
Okay, wait. I have a question and I needed an answer.
Okay.
Would you say now that Elon owns Twitter
No, I
that
know what
he
you're gonna
is
say.
the
No.
UFO Twitter daddy?
He would be the captain of UFO Twitter now because he
Right?
is driving the UFO Twitter ship. I
He
would
is
think.
driving the
Not
ship.
happening.
Yeah, it is his
Not happening.
birthright.
Kari and
But
I
he's-
went back and forth forever yesterday, and I just think it would be appropriate because
I refused to include Elon Musk in the intro because I have artistic integrity.
That's
But
what,
he is kind of a government shill.
I honestly didn't know.
Oh yeah,
that.
that guy's a total spook.
aren't we all? Aren't we all?
He is.
I don't know.
I don't trust
think
that guy
he's
at
cool.
all.
I like Musk. He's fine with me. I think it's funny that he has a bunch of babies and hates women.
He's fine with you.
He's
Do you want to
fine.
expand upon that?
He's all right.
He's fine.
She-
He's all
she
right
wants
with me
to have
too.
his-
Yeah, I don't
Baby.
dislike him. I don't love him, but he's all right. He does some shit.
Oh, you
All
made
right.
it sound like he's fine with you, personally.
No,
He might
no,
be.
I don't know him on a
He might
personal
be.
level. I mean, but if you wanted to get to know me
He's,
on a
co-
personal
he's coming
level,
on next week.
I like money.
I think
Musk
he's
didn't
smart.
Musk himself.
What a show
There
that
really
would
isn't
be.
anyone
Could you
I don't
imagine
like.
if I'm Elon? I know you don't really understand the concept of interdimensional Bigfoot, but would you like to come talk about it on our show called Bobby's Cryptid Corner?
He could talk to us about simulation.
He would either say,
That'd be a good episode.
yeah, or
He
he
might
would
do
go,
it.
no.
We'll tweet at him.
We'll tweet at
Yeah.
him.
So let's jump into the episode, maybe. Yeah.
So what is the thing today?
Oh man,
What's the thing?
Who's gonna say?
Okay,
it?
so why don't we start off by saying our drinking game tonight is anytime we try to pronounce something that we can't, because that's going to happen a lot, and it's Grýla.
There's an A at the end.
Grýla.
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 Cool.
I am.
I would have
drinking
included
some
you, Kari, if
iced
I knew you'd
coffee
be here.
today. 'Cause
We're going to
It's
Iceland.
cool. I am Grýla. I'll be Grýla for the episode.
You be the
I would have
witch.
included you.
It'd be a lot easier for the viewers this episode because none of us speak like Norwegian
Icelandic.
or Icelandic. If you
Icelandic.
just like snorted a
that.
line of coke every time we spoke.
Oh, don't do that.
Please
I just
don't
sent
do
to
that.
Bree a video of a girl who did that every day in her life, and now she doesn't have a nose.
Oh,
I did. I sent you on TikTok.
was
It
that
was
like
Lord
was that a
Voldemort?
tough love?
No, I was just so intrigued by it. Like, I just send her when when I think it's cool and I watch the entire thing, I send it to her. I'm like, ooh, okay.
No. I
They
would
like
just
took
take
a
a
part
nap.
from her brain up here and they undid it and they put it down here and now it's like connected and it's growing so they can like do it, and then they had to like put in a vein. It was intense.
Real quick, let's shout out the early arrivers.
Yeah, do it.
Enzo's here.
Enzo.
Enzo's here. Vanessa. I think. Oh, Brazelhoff, Harryman Hoaxes and Hoodwinks. I've never heard of that guy.
Hey.
Now I have.
Spooky
I think that's
Spooky
it.
Morales.
Yeah.
Spooky
Oh,
Morales.
Tad
Hide
Smith,
them
Night
all
Gazer.
gone.
I'm still going. Tommy
Oh,
G's
you're
here
slow.
and
Hides
Enzo's
in
here.
Long
Hides in
Grass.
Long Grass.
That's like a who's who.
That's a who's
Yeah.
who's.
You know what, you guys? I really honestly feel like if we're not going to change the name, but if we ever did, I feel like cryptids and creepy history makes sense because with a lot of these things that we pick, there ends up being quite a bit of history behind it, and it's. I feel like we've been
We tend
traveling
to go
the
in
world.
on it.
I feel like we've really
Yeah.
been traveling the world at different like folklore and stuff, and it's pretty fun to learn about.
What's also interesting to see how all of it's kind of connected too. Like you'll start to see the more and more we do these cryptids and dig into the lore, how you're like, wait, this sounds super familiar to me. And then you start to realize the sprinkling of pop culture it's in because we'll talk about it probably later. But like this character we're talking about now is in pop culture today. It's like, it was like a part of a Netflix show.
Now, is this a little person we're talking about today?
No, the opposite, a giant.
Yeah, I know. I know.
But we're giants in this situation, and we're just playing with all the dudes.
By the way, if you
Otherwise-
haven't seen our giant episode, you should definitely watch it.
Take a peek at that.
That's a good one. Absolutely. Okay.
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 Also, Tommy, your stuff should have got delivered today.
Ghosts of Gilroy, please. We should do that. All right.
Grýla, the Christmas witch, lives in the frigid climate of the Iceland mountains in a cave. She is the matriarch of a family of strange creatures who launch attacks on nearby township, snatching up misbehaving children and turning them into a delicious stew. Do you like that stew?
So it sounds like your traditional witch too. It's like witches are always going after the children and like throwing them in pots.
Sounds like it's better than most Icelandic food, to be honest with you.
It might be.
Yeah, the whole like pickled shark thing. Just
Oh God.
Ooh,
I
I'm
think
not
that's
into
more
it.
of a like traditional delicacy. I don't think people actually eat that
That's
out of
just
necessity or choice
disgust.
anymore.
Disgust.
Not when
But-
you've got McDonald's, right?
No, thank you. Thank you.
Oh my God, did they
America.
have a cheeseburger like that?
Pickled
It's
shark
it's
burger.
a pickled shark burger, like a McRib, but it's like a McFin.
Yeah, how do we feel about
Ooh.
salmon burgers? I'm still indifferent about them.
Ooh, I'm not into it.
That's
Personally.
interesting.
Salmon
Depends.
burgers?
It depends what the salmon's cooked in. If it was like
Sounds
maple
tasty.
butter, then I'm all in.
But there's something about grinding up salmon and then packing them
that's
into
the
a
problem.
patty.
That's
Oh
the
weird.
God,
problem.
no!
Grinding
I don't-
it up.
I don't
dislike
absolutely
it.
Not.
Anyway,
I just do a salmon fillet and put it in between two bits of bread.
all
I
right.
agree.
I'm good.
If you do
Thank
that,
you.
that's good.
Talking about nautical food.
I would eat it. It sounds delicious. All right.
Nautical food.
Nautical food.
Go ahead, Brie. You got this one.
Descriptions of Grýla vary across time, but she is often depicted as a monstrous female being with hooves. In some stories, Grýla looks like a sheep who walks like a human. In others, she is clearly a troll.
All of this
Looks
art
like
is
someone I
very.
know.
don't know. It's got like a theme going with it.
What's this?
Is that supposed
Little
to
bit.
be?
Are you
cleavage?
talking about the nose?
Are we talking
trying
about
not
the
Oh, boy.
anti-Semitism right off
It's
the
a little
bat?
bit,
Oh
yeah.
my
There's a
It
little
does
god!
look like something Borat would describe.
Wait,
Or-
oh, wait.
For real.
I think
My
these are
wife.
supposed to be boobs.
Yeah, those are her titties down there. She got cleavage underneath her chin. 100%.
Kanye West drew this picture. That is
And she's
Kim
like drooling
Kardashian.
white stuff out of her
Okay.
mouth. All right.
Sorry, I watched the interview last night on Tim Pool, and it
What
did not
interview?
last long.
I was like,
Just
wow,
like 10
he's not
10 minutes long.
pulling any punches here.
An
Never.
old poem about, how do you say her name?
Boom!
Grýla? Drink? I did that on purpose. Describe her as having 15 tails, and on each tail she had 100 balloons, and every balloon contained 20 children. Other descriptions of her say that she had 300 heads and 3 eyes on each head.
Okay, how would the children hang out in those balloons, man?
They would be like the air that fills the balloons, I guess.
Did Jamie
Interesting.
mispronounce poem just now? Is that why we
Did
drank?
I?
No, she said
No,
poem.
Gryla.
Gryla.
No, but okay, so let's talk about this description real quick. 15 tails?
Yeah. With 100 balloons on each tail.
Sounds
Balloons,
demonic.
an interesting choice. Even the other one, I'm kind of into the 300 heads and then the 3 eyes on each of them. It's a vibe.
Yeah, I'll take that
I
one.
got
This is a
Question.
serious show. This
Go.
is not
Yes,
a
Car.
serious cryptid.
His car.
when does this story originate from? Like when was this
We're getting there.
iteration with the balloons come from?
About the 1300s,
They had
Balloons
balloons in the
exist then.
1300s.
apparently.
Hold on, I'm looking that up right now.
Mm. Yeah.
Well, I mean, there are stories of like sky balloons. in
Sky
the
balloons,
sky.
yeah.
What
Like,
other kind of balloons are
Everyone-
there?
So
Everyone's like,
maybe they
these are
were real
aliens.
balloons, but maybe like, I don't know. Who knows?
Orbs.
Latex balloons were invented
What
in
a-
1823.
They were made out of the skin of sheep.
Sheep.
Someone
With
wrote
what-
That
an
is
with what
so
gas?
article
sad.
called "The History of Balloons." I'm not going to read it on the show. but-
I don't
Maybe
like
we should.
balloons.
The more you
How's-
know.
How sad of a life do you have to be like, I'm going to write a book about the history of balloons?
Search engine optimization, baby. Got to get
It's
that
actually not a
content
bad
out.
idea. It's like interesting stuff. Sometimes
We
I like
looked
to
it
do
up.
that, you know? I learned
like,
like about a
listen, sometimes-
jellyfish the other day. I was like,
yeah,
just
we're
on a
gonna get into it
jellyfish
later.
rabbit
I'm gonna
hole.
talk about a weird book I read that I didn't fucking understand, but I got high as shit and read the whole thing.
Did you actually finish it?
Yes, but I didn't understand any of it.
Oh well.
But I'm
Oh,
gonna try to
well.
explain it to y'all.
It's the moral of the story is fine. Hold on, let me make
This
sure. I
is
didn't
it
skip.
right there. Grýla is originally mentioned as being a giantess in the 13th century compilation of the Norse mythology Prose Edda. And this is the thing that I read. So the Prose Edda is an old
I
Norse
feel like you
textbook.
mispronounced that.
Probably drink. I'll do it.
Mispronounced what?
Textbook composed in
Peter.
Iceland during the early 13th century by the Icelandic scholar, law speaker, and historian Snorri
Snorri
Sturluson.
Sturluson.
So, okay, the best
So
way.
funny. I
I could
listened to
just-
the audiobook today for 6 hours.
You have
So
way too much time on your hands.
this book, to me, the best
how do
way
I
I could describe it to you is a textbook. Okay, it is basically a textbook that's teaching you about Old Norse mythology, but then also at the same time teaching you how to craft poems. But on top of it, it's tying in Norse mythology to religion. Like, it literally starts off as like, well, you know Adam and Eve. Well, throw that out the window. We're gonna teach you the real shit. But then
Yeah.
it's also like telling you how to make
It says
poems.
that.
And so that's what this is. So it's like and it's not written by this dude who's a scholar. It was composed by him because they actually don't know who wrote a lot of the things that are inside of it. It's just kind of speculated that he compiled all of this together. And this is like the number one thing that everyone goes back to for Old Norse mythology.
It's like infotainment. It's like a
Pronunciation.
one-stop shop. Like they try to sneak in the educational stuff into a book. It's like
Yep.
it's like when you do the Mario teaches typing thing. You think you're going to play a Mario Brothers game, but no, you're just learning how to type.
Just learning.
Yeah,
Cool though.
Mario music. Can we just circle back real quick? Like Jin Saki's here. and talk about how you said that Norse mythology wasn't really a religion, but it was kind of like a religion.
No,
It was
it was a
definitely
straight up
religion.
religion.
No, I didn't say that.
I
No,
felt
I was
that-
saying no, I was saying this book is like it's taking like religion, like Christian religion, and trying to like equate it to Norse mythology. Like it's
Oh,
trying
okay.
to like
So it's
integrate
comparative religion. That's what.
kind of
Gotcha,
comparative,
gotcha,
but then like
gotcha.
also at the same time intertwining them. They're trying to be like, well, if you believe in Jesus, you can also believe in this. Like it's
Yeah,
like
they
a
did that
very
with
thin line
everything.
between the two of them. And like I said, it's like more than one thing going on here. You have the Norse mythology, you have the poem writing, and you have the whole like sprinkles of religion on top of it, like Christian religion or Catholic religion, maybe.
Gotcha.
Every time I looked at like trying to find more out about the book, it just kept saying that that Snorri was known as like Iceland's greatest saga writer, and it was kind of like in one ear and out the other, to be quite honest with you. But I did see that there is a story in there, and it goes over trolls and Grýla. Grýla
Yeah, drink it, Grýla.
is just one of the female trolls.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I was like, oh, I need to find out more then. Like, who are all the trolls? Like, let's get into it. And then it was just really difficult for me to follow, and I couldn't find it, and I gave up.
So as we know from 2 weeks ago, there's a huge difference in Norse mythology between trolls and giants. So the Jotuns were the giants, and we talked about Ymir, whatever his name was,
What?
who sweat out all the giants in Norse mythology and created the Jotunheim. So is she a Jotun or is she a troll?
It says trolls.
Says troll.
So she's a completely different, big, huge thing.
It's kind of hard for me to even put a separation there, because when sometimes you look at, like, let's just say type in like troll, and you get a troll, but it's still a giant. So it's like, it's so confusing to me.
You should try.
Bigger than a
You should try.
person.
You should try to read it, Bobby, Tony, because it goes into all the different. Like it talks about the Nephilim, the giants. Like it's talking about all these different categorizations of all these different types of people. So you should look into it, because I'm not sure exactly. Like I said, I tried to read it, but it's so hard to fucking understand, because it's kind of, like I said, it's kind of all over the place. It's like a lot going on. But you should look into it, because I'm sure it probably does go into exactly specifically which subcategory.
All right. Well, I got her Wikipedia pulled up, so I'll just read that.
Grýla, though, is a giant and also a troll. So there's two different instances where she's clearly stated as a giantess, but also as a troll.
As a troll.
So it's like, it's also, I mean, it's through translation. This is back in the
Translations,
1800s, and there's a big possibility
13th century.
that, maybe wasn't translated the same once you translate it to English, and maybe they meant different things back then. You know how like words and like the whole like language thing gets a little
Lost in
rocky.
translation.
A little bit fuckier.
With
Just
Bill
a little
Murray
bit.
and Scarlett Johansson.
Oh, okay. All right.
Oh, she's in the God of War game.
Yes.
She is.
Well, yeah, I didn't put that one. I have it in my notes, but we will go over a couple instances of modern day pop cultures. But yes, it is all God of War. If you even look it up on YouTube, like every single video is God of War for Grýla.
I'm getting Hansel and Gretel vibes from
Absolutely.
Originally,
Kind of,
yes.
yeah.
So that's
is
where her
German,
roots.
I believe.
Yeah, that's where her roots kind of started. So some poems about Grýla describe her as a pragmatic beggar.
Drink.
Drink.
Great.
She walks
What the
around
fuck just
asking
happened?
parents to give her their
Parasitic.
disobedient children. Her plan can be thwarted by giving her food or chasing her away. Originally, she lived in a small cottage, but in later poems, she appeared to have been forced out of town and into a remote cave. So it sounds like the poems originally about her didn't necessarily say that she was a big giant or a troll, but she was more necessarily a witch kind of like an outcast from society who lived on the fringes of town, who obviously scared the shit out of children. And so people probably made up stories about how she probably tried to like kidnap them.
Yeah, this reminds me of the thing we spoke about last week, where the story started as one thing and then it gets like an evolved lore.
Oh, and this happens even more with this one.
It gets more and more established.
Yeah, I don't think she had a house made of candy though. Maybe a house of.
That was like the one thing I was holding on to.
But like to Jamie's point about how they probably just started making up things about, oh, she probably takes children because she's now in a remote cave, also makes me think of like Bobby's comment here. I think is pretty interesting that, you know, I mean, imagine a poor lady like in a small cottage or like out in the woods that has a very long nose, and they're just like, oh, she's probably a witch, and then things just get out of hand.
Mm-hmm.
Well, here's my thought on all this. The entire archetype of the witch. It just seemed like it may have come from like, you know, outcasted old ladies that were not particularly like fun to be around.
Oh, absolutely! It was.
Go live in a cottage. We don't want to deal with your shit.
The whole idea of the witches was like a scapegoat. It was so that you could blame something on somebody else that you didn't like and get rid of them. That's literally what it was. It was just it was all bullshit made up, so that they could blame other people for things.
Yeah.
You never know. I don't know.
Or they were witches.
Are there witches,
the same
man?
thing.
Were there really witches?
Some of them did practice the dark arts. I believe that.
Yeah,
I believe
for
that to be
sure.
true.
They did the same thing to the settlers in the 1800s to make them okay with killing Indians by saying that they had taken the land from the giants and stuff beforehand.
Mm-hmm.
So then it was okay to cleanse them because the giants were white.
Yeah, it's totally
Same thing.
fine.
Well, they did kill the moon-faced people in the Appalachians, according to their own
Moon-faced
traditions.
people.
She's a Nazi witch.
Like in Nightbreed?
No. I think we talked about this when we did the weird demon trolls of Kentucky.
Hopkins.
Oh yeah,
the
Hopkins goblins.
Yeah.
the moon folk.
Le moon folk.
Bring it back up for us, Bree.
Okay. Did I skip or no?
I like the animation now. That's
I
cool.
was like, did you like this? And it is snowing. Go ahead, Bree, take it.
Grýla was seen as personification of the winter, the darkness, and the snow getting closer to taking over the land again. Not only did she represent the threat of winter, she was seen as actually controlling the landscape. The Icelandic people would view mythical creatures like Grýla as the ones who were really running the show, like a god. Did I say it wrong? I keep wanting to say Grýla.
You said Gryola.
Yeah.
I know.
Grýla.
It just makes more
Gryola.
sense than Grýla. Grýla.
Can we just call it granola and be done
You
with it?
can. So this is where her the identity of her kind of is starting to morph again. So now that she's like long gone and she's no longer around for people to talk about, she's become this idea. She's become this personification of winter. She is now darkness. When you're talking about her, you're talking about her because this is the time that she comes when winter's falling.
Can you guys think of someone else we've done that is said the exact same thing?
Krampus?
Krampus?
The Wendigo.
Right. So that
The
tells
Wendigo was
me,
associated with winter.
is this another like cautionary tale for children?
Ooh.
Oh, I think so. I think this is one of those
We
establishing fairy
concede.
tales that they use to teach discipline. Like
I don't
this will
know.
happen
Yeah,
if you
yeah. I
don't
don't know
do
if it
this.
started out that way with if she was an actual real thing and they were like just shunning her, but I think it definitely turned into that. Yeah.
Yeah. Side note, I think it'd be fun on a different episode, not this one, to one day just dive into the true original stories behind the classic fairy tales because they are
Ooh.
fucking
That would be
dark.
Creepy as shit.
Brutal.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I got
think
the
about the
entire
winters.
Brothers Grimm
Oh yeah,
collection.
I think we would find some parallels with a lot of the stuff we've talked about.
Oh,
for
for
sure.
sure.
But yeah, when I read this, I'm like, oh, this is just like the Wendigo. It became the personification of winter. It became like a mascot for that season. It represented everything that the season brought.
Oh, I'm
Just
about to
like
fuck up
this.
your world, Bree.
Are you?
Yes, I am.
Okay, hit me.
So, who came up with the story of the Wendigo?
Jesus.
No, the natives.
Who came up with this story?
I guess the natives.
The Vikings.
Oh, was it the
who originally discovered America before
the natives?
No,
I mean the natives of that land. So it is technically the natives.
Were the first Europeans.
So you're saying Nordic mythology may have influenced native lore of America.
Oh, yep, that's what
okay. What you're saying?
Which
but
is
see, the
took a long
Wendigo
time to
thing
get
is
there.
weird though, because in like the ancient writings, I don't know if you guys remembered this or if I added it in the slide. I think I did. That was actually translating to owl. So like it became this deer-horned figure, but the original translation of it was an owl.
Okay, but what did the Vikings wear on their helmets?
Horns.
Oh, shit.
That's all fake. That's not real. That's Hollywood.
Are you sure? Okay,
Yeah.
we're getting so off track, but this
right.
is an interesting
No,
connection, Tony.
Here.
Connection.
Write this in your notes, and we're definitely going to have to dissect that.
Can I just say,
That's
I think I understand Tony's argument, but I would say I think that a lot of this stuff, not to say that they're not influenced by each other at some point or another, but I think it's all like just shared supernatural things that transcends culture on like a human family level, not necessarily conscious, stories passing from one culture to another.
No,
it's
but
a lot of parallels and overlaps.
I think it goes back to, the same way if you look at the roots of all religion, they all come from the same stories.
Right.
Because we all come from the same mankind. So, of course, all of our mythological stories are also going to seep in through each other. They're all going to have a lot of strings attached to them, and they're going to sound exactly the same. Yes.
Major influence. I just want you guys to see Enzo's, the Vikings wear balloons on their helmets.
For sure.
Just say you read Diagnetics?
No, I never read that. I don't plan on doing that.
I'm like, how can you just do that? I think
I'm reading this book on Crowley right now, and like L. Ron Hubbard is so fucking crazy. Anyway, that's a different topic for another time.
It's a different one.
I mean, if there's one cult I won't talk about.
Oh, I say bury them. They scare me.
Yeah,
They're the real Illuminati, but bury them. Anyway.
It's that one.
Grýla did not get connected to Christmas until around the early 17th century when her poems began to associate her with the holiday. It was also about this time when the Yule Lads and the Yule Cat, which had been standalone Christmas characters with no connection to the Christmas witch, then became part of her big creepy family.
This is such a good picture right here.
So the Yule Cat and her quote-unquote children is what they ended up being, were completely different Christmas stories, and somehow, somewhere down the line, someone put Grýla into the poems of Christmas, and that is now why she is associated with Christmas. So it has zero basis of starting in Christmas in any way.
I got to point out, there's a lot of like Christmas villains through like European folklore.
Yes, we were saying that last time. We weren't here.
The extent of it in America is just based in consumerism. It's just like you don't get presents if you
you get coal. Yeah, we were.
The nice man doesn't bring you presents, and coal would have been pretty practical, I would think.
Back then, because it kept you warm. But you weren't here last week, but we did a Christmas scarecrow, and we kind of made that same connection, whereas everywhere else in the world, they seem to have this counterpart of Santa who comes and is violent, but we don't have it in America at all. We do not have a negative version of quote-unquote Santa in America.
And I absolutely connected it to consumerism. I was like, you're not going to obviously sell anything if you have a mean creature that is coming from
I don't know. Look at the business of religion, Brie.
No, but
look at these mega churches. They're like, God and Satan, and then they get millions of dollars. It is possible.
Yes, I know, but in this, and like Christmas in particular, we're all celebrating. Most of us
they don't
aren't
want
even
something
religious.
violent.
But we're gonna buy, and it's
you have to.
Wait,
you have
is
to
consumerism the devil in that scenario?
No.
It's just interesting that in America we purposely leave out
keeping Christ in Christmas.
We just purposely left out anything that is more sinister,
negative,
that isn't bringing gifts, because that means that you're not buying anything.
Well, that is really weird that we don't have like a Christmas villain.
We don't.
Yes.
You guys, we should bring it back.
I'm saying we should adopt one. I think I feel like Krampus has
up.
gotten a lot of traction here in the last few
Yeah,
years.
Krampus is definitely
my
starting to pick it
my
up.
little nephews know who Krampus is.
Yeah.
You know?
All because of Hollywood.
We could do a chupacabra, Christmas villain.
How much is that going to cost us?
About
Nothing.
$2,000.
It's from Puerto Rico.
Okay.
Or Texas and Mexico.
Or Texas, yeah.
We own that.
I like the Puerto Rican chupacabra the best.
Much better with the bat wings.
I like the Mexican one.
I'm into...
There's a lot of videos.
Can we slow down? We actually haven't even done a Chupacabra episode. That is on the list, but we're waiting for Tony's lovely wife, Danielle, to join us for that episode. All right.
Do I have to be there?
If you want.
Wow.
We just have her sub in for you. We can have a spouse's episode.
Yeah, we'll just switch it and she'll just be Mrs. Bottled Water.
Yeah.
That's right.
So, current day Grýla can detect children who are misbehaving year-round, kind of like Santa Claus. She comes from her mountain cave during Christmas time to search nearby towns for her meal. Once she captures children, she carries them home in her giant sack. So like the opposite of Santa's sack of toys, she comes to pick you up in her sack and takes you and then literally does this and eat you. Yeah.
This picture looks so similar to our adrenochrome episode.
Yes, it does. I know. That's why I did it. That's why I did it, because I was like, Bree, you literally imitated art and you had no idea.
As a parent, I'm horrified, but, you know.
But, I mean,
I didn't put the baby's head, okay? I tried to just
so you took the baby's head off.
Well, no, maybe it's a cherub, not a little baby.
Yes. Clearly, the midsection
that makes it so much better.
Or like a little person.
I think we should adopt this. We should adopt this whole
Eating children
idea.
We should adopt this
but then we will add
children.
We will add that she eats the children so that she continues to stay alive and
to live forever.
Yeah.
That's how she stays young.
See? This is
Nobody
exactly
did.
how
No.
stories are spread. And
Good. You did.
Modern mythology in the making right here.
yes.
It is.
All right.
Yeah.
It is a really cool picture though. I mean, those bangs, damn.
Vibes. Nun bangs. Okay.
Oh, yeah, here we go. This is going to be fun. Everyone just drink.
Okay, just drink right now. Yeah, just do it.
Actually, it's
That's not even a
Lepalaudi.
fucking real word.
Lepalaudi.
Lepaloudi.
Laudi.
This is her husband, and according to
That's her
folklore,
husband.
Grýla has been married 3 different times, and just an FYI, she killed her first 2 husbands
Because they bored her.
because they bored her. Literally, they just bored and annoyed her. So she was like, "I'm just gonna kill you." So she was a true feminist. Her third husband, Lepaluli, go ahead and drink. Is said to be living with her in her cave in, go ahead and drink again, the Dimmaborger lava fields.
That is actually, that's a heavy metal band.
Yeah.
Oh, I
It
love
is.
that.
I think it's after the area though.
I think it's
which
probably
Did you say
after.
that's the vibe?
It is a vibe. So
yeah.
this dude is super lazy and he mostly stays in his cave. But the important part is he is the father to their like 12 or 13 children.
That's the only reason why I'm guessing he's alive, because
That's
the
really
other 2
why he's there,
husbands
yeah.
bored her, and the whole story is that he's just lazy, he doesn't do anything, but she's like, you are the sperm donor to my many children.
Time
You
out.
shall say alive.
They have
Yes.
13 kids.
Like
Why
12 or
doesn't she
13.
eat her
Yeah.
own kids?
What?
Well, because her kids have purpose, you'll see.
Her
Her kids have purpose. Her kids have purpose. They do.
I knew someone in a family that had that many children.
Were they Mormon?
No, but next guess is right, and it would
Catholic.
sound racist.
Wow.
It has nothing to do with religion.
Mexican.
There you go, God.
Next.
I mean, that has a lot.
If it makes you feel any better, it is my actual bloodline and family. So there we go. All right.
It's true.
All right. Bree, take this because it's small.
You got it. The Yule lads. The Yule lads, sometimes named Yuletide lads or yeomen, are the sons of Grýla and Lepachinita Toka.
Mm-hmm.
Why are they all Italians when you're reading?
That's what she defaults to. That's what her default programming is.
Gee,
No
yeah.
hate
They
crime
are-
there.
It's like when you watch a World War II movie in English and all the Germans have an English accent, and you're like, this
You're like,
why?
what? Actually, speaking of, have you guys ever noticed in any movie or show when they don't have a distinct accent, the go-to is always British?
Well, there was a I forgot
Like,
the term, but in
never
when
makes
when
sense.
movies were first being made,
I do it all the time.
audio movies, there's a term for the diction and the intonation, the accent, I guess they used for in England. They shared UK English with American English so that they could appeal to both markets. So they kind of, if you watch those old movies, they kind of sound like a mix between an American accent.
Weird.
Oh,
Yeah.
It's like, what are you doing? I'm not doing anything. Anyway, where were we? They are a group of 13 mischievous pranksters who steal from or otherwise harass the population. All have descriptive names and generally convey their favorite way of causing mischief. They arrive one by one over the final 13 nights leading up to Christmas or Yule. So it's like, imagine that every day a new one comes down.
Mm-hmm.
They leave small gifts and shoes that children place on windowsills. But if the children has been disobedient, they leave a rotten tomato. I mean, they
Potato.
leave a rotten potato.
Mispronounced.
Mispronounced drink.
Man, we got a drink on rotten tomato.
Yeah, I
That's
know.
where we're at now.
They leave a rotten potato in the shoe instead. In
Setting
modern
a high
times,
bar right now.
These people weren't bougie. They didn't have tomatoes. They just had
in
Big
modern
Russian.
times, the Yule lads have also been depicted in the more malevolent role compared to Santa Claus and other related figures. They are generally portrayed
Drink.
Jesus Christ.
wearing late medieval Icelandic clothing, but are sometimes shown in the costume traditionally worn by Santa Claus, especially at children's events. And that is interesting because I did read this entire story about how they're really trying to stay away from that because the red suiting and the more Santa Claus is like a very American, traditional
version
American
of it,
look.
yeah.
It's Coca-Cola.
Yeah.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like,
It's literally
you guys,
Coca-Cola.
they're like, Santa Claus has nothing to do with this. This is our own shit. Like, get out of here. Let us be us. You be you. So this is a thing that they're trying to stay away from, or at least bring to light that it's kind of naturally happening where now like these things are becoming morphed the way that they're portrayed and that they look and their vibe.
Mm-hmm.
What's the gnome fucker? David the gnome?
Yeah.
Don't they look like a bunch of David
Yes.
gnomes about to go ride their foxes?
They
through
ride
the
a
hut?
fox named Swift.
Yeah.
Wait,
Tony,
are you?
we're the same age, but these little
no
kids
idea
don't
what
know
the
what we're
fuck y'all
talking
talking
about.
about.
I
Yeah.
was about to say, are you sure that
I was
you're
asking
not?
you. I wasn't.
We'll
asking
talk about Eureka's
Oh.
Castle later, Tony.
Oh fuck! I love that show.
I was literally about to say, you mean Elf on a Shelf?
Bree, I will literally fly to California and kick your fucking ass.
Okay.
Do it.
Wow.
Oh, God.
Hey, I have a question now. The Yule lads, how are they connected to the witch lady?
We're
They're
getting
her
there.
children.
They're her
Okay.
children.
Oh,
Yeah.
awesome. I love it.
All right, so this is the first one who shows up from December 12th to December 25th, and go ahead and let's drink on it now. Steak jarsar tar
Darster.
Steak jars toi.
which is
Why is it claw?
sheep
It's
coat
not
clod, which is the translation of it. And this one particularly harasses sheep, but it is impaired by its stiff peg legs because it has fake wooden legs.
This just sounds like a mythology created out of people trying to have sexual intercourse with sheep
Oh, God.
as a way to shame that.
Okay, so
of a
what you're
time?
going to start to understand what this is this idea again of scapegoats, of things happen during the holiday season and they are placing blame upon these things, as you will see. So the first one is anything happens to your sheep during this time, it's this person's fault. This is the person who
Yes.
did
Right.
it.
You're like, I wasn't
That
fucking a
creepy
sheep.
man.
That was stuck to jar.
There is definitely a joke about an Afghani who got his legs blown off.
Okay, Tony. All right.
It's a great
Okay.
point. Hides in long.
It's not a hate crime. We were at war
Female.
with him for 20 years.
Whom? Everything's a hate crime.
She does
No
not have any
daughters.
daughters.
Everything's a hate crime.
Everything's a hate crime.
That sounds
All right.
mighty sus.
Okay, go ahead and drink again.
Jill
Sussy
Jager.
baka.
Gil Jager. This is the Gully Gawk. And he hides in gullies, waiting for an opportunity to sneak into the cowshed and steal milk.
That makes sense. A homeless, a hungry person, a starving person. Stir fry.
What do you think that little
Where
fella
did you get that photo of me?
I bet that's a good ass cast iron skillet.
AKA
Right?
Stubby,
That's a
abnormally
good skill.
short, steals pans to eat the crust off of them. Specifically, only pans. This is important.
Love it.
Just
Like pie
pans.
pans or
Do you
Like
guys
no, like
think
the
this
pan in
is
his hand, like the pan, like a
The pan.
like
in his
actual
hand.
pan, like the crust
so what,
left.
what,
Like when you
what
cook
would be
chicken
cooked
on it.
in a skillet?
like a
crust?
chicken
Anything.
or
Why
So
are
you
wasting
you
food?
just
Hello,
got
Nick
done
Jenny.
cooking and you turn and your skillet's gone, your cast iron's gone or whatever, and you're like, the fuck? And
it
you
was
see
Stubby.
Stubby.
I
running
think this
around.
is where Stouffer gets
You know-
their name from. Stouffer stuffing. I think this is it.
I'll definitely.
So you see the accent thing over the U? It's not pronounced U.
Stuffa.
I'll make a quesadilla on a cast iron from time to time, and you pull that thing
Ooh.
off, and there's like a residue of like crunchy overcooked cheese.
Yeah.
I might wait for that
Uh,
pan to cool down and peel off
Turkey,
that
the names are getting
crunchy
me.
cheese. I get it.
But that is,
Foul.
Gully Gawk.
that is the best cheese.
Give us the next gen.
Yes,
There's a lot of them to
agreed.
get through, you guys.
Like that crispy cheese is the best.
Crispy cast iron cheese is the best cheese.
Brie is the best cheese.
Bree, give us the next one.
All right, Bravoskilkalia.
Oh,
Which is
that
spoon
was-
liquor.
That was
It was not bad. And he steals and licks wooden spoons and is extremely thin due to malnutrition.
so. Let me get this straight. This is
Like we
like
have the
a
same
whole
tongue.
pantheon of
Yeah.
Icelandic Christmas monsters.
Yeah, pretty
Lads,
much.
bro.
Yeah.
They're Yule
Yeah.
lads.
Yule
not
lads, Christmas
monsters.
lads.
Lads.
Yeah.
Latties.
Yeah,
Coming
you
to
know
lick
what
your spoons.
You laddie.
Wooden spoons.
Can
We
you
next.
imagine coming up with a creature monster thing for everything that happened in your life?
Yeah, for all
Like,
the things that happen. Exactly.
Maybe
It's like-
the lady got drunk off of reindeer blood and fucking passed out, and the husband was just like, I guess I'll just clean these spoons for her just to be nice, and then I'll go herd reindeer. And she woke up and was like, oh my god.
Oh my God.
clean.
My spoons are clean. The spoon liquor was here.
Well,
Christmas
no wonder
monster
he's abnormal
starting.
thin. I mean, if you only licked what was left on spoons, of
This
course
is not
you
even
would
my
be
favorite
thin.
one.
Ooh, this is my
Uh,
favorite potato
the-
skillet.
Patata Scathel, which is the pot scraper.
Skeffield.
So he steals the leftovers from your pots, not your pans, just the
Your
pots.
pots.
Just the
I
pots.
think Kari said that shit right.
I did.
He might have. Yeah,
Potskafeel.
I think so. Kari,
I mean, you're
did it.
closer to that area than we are, so like, I say just go with it. Hello.
Well, we-
Or to Skeffield.
Yeah, if anyone has any questions about how to pronunciate like Guatemalan, let me know. So I'm like,
I'll let
really
you know.
close. I'm the closest to Guatemalan.
You know.
All right, give me the next.
Oh, did you say wait, ooh.
Ask liquor. That's what I want to say too. Ask liquor. Which
Yeah,
is
all of
it's-
them are like the stuffer and like ass liquor. Like there's always,
It is,
like,
it is.
fucking
It can just
sexual
it gets
innuendos
worse.
there.
It's bowl liquor. And then what's interesting is he hides under beds, waiting for someone to put down their
The salad
ashker,
tosser.
a type of bowl with a lid used instead of dishes, which he then steals. So apparently during the time they were known to eat in bed, they had specific bowls that had lids on them that they would eat in bed, and they would set them down, and this thing would be hiding under the bed to just take it and be like, my honey.
The ball liquor.
Yeah,
The
no,
bull
for
liquor.
real, the
Is it
bull
bull
liquor.
pot?
It's not even my favorite
Ask
one. Just
liquor.
wait. Just wait.
This
Is there anyone that
real-
sucks all your tea bags that you have sitting on the windowsill?
Maybe.
Should we add that or what?
Should I
think
check
we
my
should.
kitchen?
I have to be honest though, before we're even done, that I was so inspired looking through these that like so inspired. I want to make a painting. I also want to get them like in figurines and put them out for Christmas. Like that, I want them to be a part of Christmas. I'm
You
bringing
love
it
it.
into me.
All right, bring us the next one.
Brie, I have a question.
yeah.
One, I totally agree with what you just said. I'm going to be adopting this entire team of rascals.
Yeah.
Rascals.
But are you? I gotta ask. I know I've asked it before. Are you finding these pictures of obscure Nordic?
I didn't.
Christmas?
I did this.
Jamie did.
this.
Where
But
are
if
you where are you
if
finding?
you type
these?
it in, they come up.
It's
you literally
Google,
just,
baby.
Like, type in. Yeah, it comes up.
It wasn't on Canva as a stock photo.
No, so I found a specific
Nordic
website that
liquor.
had all of these pictures. That's why you'll notice that they all look the similar style. I kept it all the same because this was like the best one that had like the best descriptions in the pictures.
Do you know what the website was?
I don't.
Yeah,
I don't want to call Bobby out, but if like every once in a 3 or 4 weeks you decided to check in on our Discord that you
would
are a part
see.
of.
What the fuck is this? Is this an intervention now?
Wow.
I don't.
We this is why I'm here, Bobby.
Tony,
need
you're supposed to
dramatic
be on
music.
my side.
I am on your side.
I had to fill
Hold
in
on.
for you last week.
I believe this belongs to you.
Oh, is that my?
All right,
dog
give me the
whistle?
next one. Give me the
Wait,
next
hold
one.
on.
Wait, I
Um,
think I found a fuck to give. Here we go.
Wait.
All right,
But
I
I
work
will
from home. I'm
say,
going to be in that
Bobby-
Discord all day, every day, just fucking shit up.
Babby. I will
Do
say,
it.
so like these pictures are not in Canva, but in the first slide where like I made everything like funny, you know, the little gnome guys, those are the lads. So if you paid attention to that first slide, everyone was like had a spoon or had a pot or had a pan or
Totally.
was with the goat or had the sausages. So Canva
There was
obviously
Sleepy and
recognizes
Dopey.
Yep.
recognizes
there you go.
these as figures, but didn't have like actual art, so it is somewhat known if they.
Well, I
would've
think
had
we
that.
should pitch this to like Hallmark or start an Etsy store
I
where
agree.
we make these things.
Yeah.
We can
bring
make it
all-
really
we bring all
good.
this to
Bring it-
Christmas.
Hashtag
Yeah.
Yule Lad Christmas.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Drink to that.
Ooh,
I'm down.
Your lad
Yeah.
dads.
Has anybody tried saying Hordor
Yeah.
here?
They're mischievous little
Not
fathers.
yet.
Argar.
All right, Brie,
Huh?
give us the next one.
Sky God.
This is the
Skiergamma.
Scrygamma. The Scrygamma
The scrotum gobbler.
has an affinity for scry, which is it's basically yogurt. It's like the brand name of yogurt over there.
I love this one. He just eats a lot
Yeah,
of
just yogurt. Yeah, he just steals just specifically your yogurt.
What a silly goose.
I mean, we're really scraping the bottom of that skillet right now, aren't we?
We're really straight at the
Exactly.
bottom of the cryptid barrel, I will say.
Exactly. All right, give me the next one. This one is my favorite. This is the Buchan Jockenker. And he's
Never
a
course, this
fails.
is
sausage
your
Never
sniper.
fails.
And he hides in the rafters and snatches the sausage as they're being smoked.
He gives you hand jobs when you're least expecting it.
Oh, absolutely. He gobbles them sausages hard.
You needed a drink
Hard.
for that name.
Yeah, the
Bujnakarger.
Bergnacket.
As your sausage
Well,
is
she knocks
being
you.
smoked, he just gobbles it up.
Yeah. Brie, go ahead the next slide because it is my favorite slide in the whole thing.
Wow,
You're
look at
gonna
that.
knock
Just
like her.
Slide it out.
Just wait.
But
Just wait. I have a surprise for you all. Bam.
Oh yes.
What?
This
Come
is more
on.
art of the sausage. This
That
is
was
all
fun.
art.
Come on, man.
This is all art of the sausage swiper specifically.
I think when you sent this one in the Discord, I was like, oh my god, it looks just like me. Like,
You did. You're
after-
like, wow, it's me.
After my birthday, after that Bobby's Crypto Corner with those 2 bottles of Prosecco, this
You were
is
like,
me.
yeah,
This is just ancient Nordic eroticism.
a little bit on this one. Yeah,
Yeah.
Listen, I love a sausage,
yeah.
Sausages.
So this is for you guys. This is for the chat.
but I'm very, like, how do you say, like, Nordic and stuff?
Nordic.
I
Nordic
don't know.
and
All right, give me the
That
next
guy-
one.
I'm
That
gonna
guy is
call
so
no on
excited.
that one.
So excited to eat that sausage, he had to lay on his back. In
We're keeping with a
Yes,
little
and
bit
their
of
butter.
we're keeping with creepy.
How the fuck do you even say
The
this?
glug,
This is
the glugga glagger greer, glugga
Glug,
glugga glugga greer.
a peeping Tom.
He's a peeping. He's a window peeper. He's a snoop who looks through the windows to search for things to steal. Just in general, things to
Like
steal.
your daughter.
Just anything, exactly. He's just a peeper. I love his glasses too.
Yeah, no, he's not just a peeper. These are all sexual perversions.
These are all little.
These are all based
There
in
wasn't one
fetish.
about feet yet, so I don't know. Keep going, Brie.
Should we add that?
We need to.
Oh, y'all are into feet.
Oh yeah, this is what
Okay,
I'm talking about.
this one's another weird one. So it's the gotta buffer. It's the doorway sniffer.
Totally still works.
He has an abnormally large nose compared to everyone else, and has an acute expensive smell, which he uses to locate La Bufadora. I know that's not right, but La Fabarua.
Which translates to hot ass.
And they say doorway sniffer because he stands in your doorway to sniff for these things. Bree, go to the next one, and it'll explain what it is.
He sniffed that ass.
This is Lade Fudebrad. Snowflake bread. It is an Icelandic Christmas treat. It's round, very thin, flat cake with a diameter of about 6 to 8 inches, decorated with leaf-like geometric patterns and fried briefly in hot oil. Sometimes they look like little snowflakes.
I'm into it.
Yeah, put a little cinnamon sugar on it. I'm in.
It sounds like a different version of like matzah.
No, it looks like fry bread.
We haven't come close to an episode.
What?
Mm-hmm.
We have not come close to an episode where I might end up with alcohol poisoning, but if this continues, I swear to God.
It doesn't stop.
Oh, God. This is like the best episode ever.
Come on,
I want an Icelandic Christmas treat.
Give us your next one.
Honestly, if you're not hungover on Wednesdays, then you didn't do Tuesday night right.
Right, exactly.
Hungover every Wednesday.
This one is another one of my favorites right here. The Ketko Crew, which is the meat hook. Uses a meat hook to steal meat.
The Ketko Crew.
Another meat stealer.
Crow Crew.
Ketko Crew.
Do you think the guy that steals meat ever trades with the guy that steals sausage?
They should be friends. If anything, they should be teaming up together.
They're brothers.
And the doorway sniffer,
they are
he's
brothers.
Like the spout. The doorway sniffer.
Oh, the doorway, he's
out,
like,
and then the meat,
steal the meat.
Guys, I found the pies.
Listen, all of them together collectively create a great meal, so it makes sense.
No, for sure.
It's like the dream team of problematic food theft.
Yes. On the weekends, they play craps and they switch their treats.
I do have a question for those of you in the chat. Are you guys drinking along with us, and how have you maintained your jobs, or at this point are you homeless? And
that's an awful question.
Charges
I do just fine.
Using?
I'm doing all right.
I do just fine.
I'll answer on behalf of the chat. I'm drinking coffee.
What you're insinuating is the homeless have cell phones now, which
I have Blueberry Cosmic Crisp.
Well, they're all Apple iPhones.
Apple.
What does that mean?
All right, give us the next one,
drinking beer like me, and it's so fun. Ooh, it's the Hanukkah Goblin.
This one, the Hanukkah Goblin, the Cursed Taz
Curtis
Nicker is a candle stealer who follows children in order to steal their candles, which were once made of tallow and thus edible. If you don't know what tallow is, it is the fat of beef. Yes. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So good.
Low key on TikTok lately, I've been seeing people make candles out of butter, and I want it. It's a vibe.
Oh, that's so gross.
So I cooked my ribeye tonight on beef.
That did look really good.
It was so good.
That did look really good.
All right, give us a next.
I was hoping you had a picture, but we'll get back to you.
At?
The Discord.
I'll get the
Discord.
You dumb.
Why do you ask? All right, this is their beautiful pet. I love this photo. Corey helped me make it. Joe Loclack O'Turn.
It's Yo, because it's J.
Just drink.
Yo Lakotolin.
Yo
The Yule Cat, which is the house pet of Grýla.
You fucked that up too.
I know, and her sons. The Yule Cat is huge and ferocious, often described as lurking about the snowy countryside during Christmas time and eating people who have not received any new clothes to wear before Christmas Eve specifically. So if you haven't received like a new sweater or new socks, then this giant cat that's like the size of like a giant bus will come and eat you.
It's not fucked up. It's not my fault. Blame
this sounds like
parents.
Advertising.
That one's a little advertising. Yeah, that one's a little like
the local tailor in the village decided to create this.
Hold on.
To sell more slacks before Christmas.
But it's not going after the parents. It's going after the people.
It's going after the person who did not get it. Like this cat eats poor people.
Yes. Yeah, it does. Yeah.
Someone's got to do it.
Population control, buddy.
I'll take that role.
It's a giant version of a Mouser cat, but for homeless people.
For homeless people, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Look at this bitch. Woo!
Looks like my
Buddies.
cat, my old cat.
This is the family tree. So like, Grýla, Lepochnakin.
I'll just drink, everybody.
So in
I'm laughing at
1746,
something else.
1746, Iceland officially banned parents from frightening their children with Gryla's tail, leading to a more benevolent version of the 13 Yule lads. What is going on? Why do I have so much Discord?
Just ignore it.
Okay.
What are you doing?
But so it's quite interesting that this was such a big deal or whatever that Iceland would have to officially be like, you're banned. You're done. You're done. Right? Thoughts from the peanut gallery?
Of course, they gear themselves towards consumerism.
Right.
All right. I'm
Totally.
going onto Discord now. Since this giant thing.
I don't know. I didn't look at it.
While you do that, I'm going to share a picture of this awesome steak that Tony cooked because it looked cool.
Oh yeah, show it.
Oh,
It looked really good.
look at that.
That made me hungry.
Look at
I was
that.
like, oh shit.
Reverse seared ribeye,
Right?
smoked salt and pepper on that.
I'm a big
bit.
fan of steak.
Oh, I love
I gotta
steak.
say.
I love
Right?
I signed up for one of those you like pay $50 for an introductory box of wine, of like 8 bottles of wine. It's like $50. Then you sign up for it, and then unbeknownst to me, I joined some club, and they just sent me $200 worth of 12 bottles of wine. I'm just like, I didn't order this, but I have to cancel that.
Drink it.
I'm gonna drink it. It's the holidays.
Drink it. Okay,
Fuck
hold
it.
on. We're
Yeah,
not done.
it's-
We're not done.
No, we're not
Okay,
done.
so real quick, talking about this, so they
Oh.
made it illegal to scare your children.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they made this
Boo.
entire story illegal to talk about. So I was reading a bunch of like blog things, and basically the overall story was that it caused a frenzy in children. And so maybe some parents weren't even telling their kids, but all the kids knew, and so they were afraid. They didn't.
I
leave
can
the
see
house.
why.
It was this big deal.
Mhm.
And so Iceland was like, okay,
We're capping it.
Grýla, you're out, ho. You are fucking out of the picture.
done.
We can't do this anymore.
You're
but that's-
fired.
Now think
Yeah,
back to when you were
fired.
children. Which one of these little fellas would scare you the most? I'm gonna go with the
Ooh.
candle beggar.
The thing that stayed under my bed.
The sausage.
Yeah.
one.
That was Willem Dafoe.
Yeah, you was gonna steal your sausage.
You sleep yet?
What are you doing, little
Just
boy?
checking.
Wait, is that
Have a kielbasa.
Cahill
I
thing
stole
that
it.
you have with the
Yeah,
video?
yeah.
You
Yeah.
sleep yet? Okay.
know
Yeah,
that's so
no, I
funny.
think I would definitely go for the dude under the bed, the ass licker.
Yeah. The bowl liquor. That's what I said.
I'm
Tomato,
going for
tomato.
the sausage swiper just because that's a really weird thing to do.
Okay.
I mean,
It
I
is
want to be the friend
weird.
of the sausage snatcher.
Me too.
Personally, share the sausage.
That's my bro.
Share me that snatch sausage.
Hey, hand me that sausage. That looks like a big ass sausage. You gonna eat
Oh
all
my
that?
god!
I can.
Let me smoke it.
Okay.
With my
So
mouth.
now we're getting back to the pop culture thing. So anyone that watched The Chilling Adventures of Sabrina, I hope you all did because it's amazing. I think I've seen it like 5 times now. Grýla is portrayed a bit
What
different.
the fuck did you just say?
Yeah, drink.
never
You
gonna
Grýla.
say
get it right.
Gryola?
Grýla.
I will
It's
never
not
not
fucking
say granola.
Granola. I'm gonna make Nordic granola called Gryola for Christmas time. It's gonna have chestnuts in it.
That's a whole
I'm
vibe.
sorry.
I love that.
I'm sorry.
I'm
Chestnuts and
confused.
cat hair.
Grýla is portrayed as a hedge witch.
Old fish.
And during a famine, another witch in Gryla's coven made a pact with her that they would both eat each other's children to survive. So it was like, okay, we're gonna eat my son, then we're gonna eat your son. The other one, the other witch did not fulfill the pact. So they boiled and ate Gryla's son first, and then she was like, peace out, I'm not hungry anymore, and kept her son. So Grýla forever is just searching for children to collect onto her family. And she is the mother of 14 Yule lads, who are all children that she's collected. And the thing with her is that her Yule lads that are causing all the mischief can only be seen by her. So demons, humans, other witches, no one can see them besides her. So all the mischievous behavior is like who did that? Who is
Who put that there? Who put that there?
Who put
This
that there?
is
What's in the
this is a
box?
problem of not properly seasoning your food.
Anyway, so Chilling Adventures of Sabrina, part 1, 3, and 4. Grýla is in. And then we mentioned God of War, of course. There is a house called Christmas House in Yaforgla.
Wait, is that a real photo?
Mm-hmm.
I thought that was a carnivorous eye.
In Ukuri, Iceland.
Once again.
A Kareri.
A curary.
Okay, I think 2 more drink buttons for those 2.
Ukulele.
Ukulele.
4.
So
4.
many hate crimes, but they're white.
Yeah.
So this is a
That's fine.
this is an actual house that is quite the tourist destination there in Iceland. It's northern Iceland, and it has
Very handsome
it has like everything associated with Christmas. It does house the largest advent calendar in the entire world. And of course, downstairs is a little cave, and it is Gryla's cave.
Yeah,
and that's
there
a little
is.
picture of her, and like, I don't know, a sausage, a spleen, who knows?
This sounds like Santa's grotto.
So
is
many,
Santa's
yeah,
grotto.
so many crevices and caves and big phallic sausages.
Look at that shit.
Yeah.
Christmas got a whole lot sexier.
Grýla is the mother of the Icelandic Yulans.
Oh,
Are you okay?
yeah. Okay.
I know. I thought she was gonna. I was waiting for her to say something. She's like, oh. I mean, she looks really good under the stairs, if you ask me.
I like her.
There is another
Dumbledore?
spot. The Dumbledore.
That's no.
Dimmu
That's not what the fuck it
I'm gonna go
says.
get another drink.
Don't
Get one.
Don't never.
Hey, but you don't want to
miss
miss that.
Dumbledore.
You don't want to miss this, love.
All right, I'm here.
On our Bobby's Cryptid Corner journey series, where we have our own TV show and we travel along to all the different places in the world that we've done cryptid on. This is on my top 10 places
I'm
now.
standing outside Dumbledore right now.
Okay, why is it
Please lava
your top
for me.
10?
This is on my top 10. So this is
Why?
the place in which they all claim to reside. This was in the slide of where the husband Fibonacci lives.
Fibonacci.
Yeah.
Like the
Because it started with an F. It started with an F. I'm just going with it.
The sequence, the Fibonacci
Shit, son.
sequence
From Lost?
Yeah, exactly. So this
Hobbits?
whatever this word is known as the dark
She's saying it
forest
wrong.
or the dark cities. Look at this landscape.
The lava
here.
formation, yeah.
Look at this. Like that looks like Yoshi. So
It
the
looks like a chicken.
I think it looks like Yoshi.
I think it looks like a chicken.
Anyways, basically what happened here is there was a lava eruption about 2,000 years ago. And it was once a lake. And so when the lava formation like passed over, it caused the water to boil and then solidify. And then you have these piles of rocks and caves and everything that was basically boiled water bubbles. This was also a Game of Thrones location of filming quite often. But the landscape itself is like amazing. Like even just the other one, I might call it pareidolia. But I just see like faces and beings, almost like they're
yeah, I
part
get
of the
you.
rock. And then
I
like
understand.
maybe at some point no one's around and they like break off
They
and they start
move.
fucking walking and shit. Because this just looks like a person or something, and like just the cave structures are so cool. Like, tell me this is not majestic.
That looks like the cave, like Gollum's cave from The Hobbit.
It probably fucking was.
Very Lord of the Rings.
In New Zealand.
This is Javalasing with him.
Oh, drink.
Okay, just fucking.
Well, can I go get a drink now?
Yes.
Yes.
I'll wait. This is in the.
Thank you.
No, I'll wait, Ron. I'll put it back. Or I'll wait for you to come back.
You're fine. We can talk about other
You can
shit.
talk.
Yeah.
You about chocolate?
I'm reading
Check
a cool
out-
book at the moment.
What are you reading?
I'm reading a book called Cyberloka, A Buddhist Guide to Digital Life.
Ooh. I don't know how to read.
No, we know. That's very interesting so far. It's one of those books
sad.
that you really want to take your time with, because it has like questions to ponder and stuff while you're reading. But it's basically about like hyper availability and how everybody exists in the internet now, and how to like navigate that as a spiritual person. Very cool.
What do we call
Total
the dudes
non
who live in
sequitur
the
what we're talking about, but
boulders?
it's a good book.
What do we call
I
what?
don't know.
Hobbits,
I don't know
that's what I
if
was
this.
thinking.
I don't know
Hobbits?
if this relates to. Are you talking about the Giants episode?
Oh, I was just gonna say Gaia.com employees, but
Yeah.
Can you
'cause they're all
stop?
horrible.
they live in Boulder. That's the joke.
I think
that's
I
funny.
think we need to do an episode. I think we need to do a super serious science show on Globeke Tepe.
Göbekli
Tepe.
Tepe.
Göbekli Tepe.
Whatever the
Go
fuck.
I
back
would
to
rather
Tepe.
do one on Gunung Padang, to be honest,
Do you wanna
because
know
that's
what I
probably
have on Göbekli
the
Tepe?
best ever.
I also want to do one on satanic magic so we can all learn together. Maybe we could participate in a group ritual.
Yeah, I mean, like all those things, but Globeke.
We'll make a little
Tepe-
slideshow.
Should
Look
we
at, like,
do a review show
satanic
of ancient
rituals for
apocalypse at some
dummies.
point?
Step 1, turn off all your lights. Step 2, light your candles. Step 3, slit your wrists.
And demonetized.
No, we're way too far into that. I mean, they've been watching us for at least
Yeah, they know.
an hour. They're like, oh my god.
Does anyone know how the
they're
island boys are? Well, I'm an island boy. I'm just trying.
They're not
to
doing well.
be.
They sold their souls to Satan.
They sold their soul to Satan. Yeah, they weren't doing great.
And then they went back on the pact that they made, and that's why they have no fucking money.
You know what the other
Island
cool
Boys?
fun
Yeah.
fact about Iceland is?
Boys.
Iceland is actually super green, and Greenland is
Oh my
actually
God.
super icy. And
I
they
was about
named
to
it those
say
things.
that.
Boop,
Oh my
so that it would
God.
trick you into going to the other one.
Tourist.
More marketing
Mm-hmm.
ploys.
I have photographic proof of that I took. Give me a moment.
I'll show
Okay.
you.
Moment given.
All right, baby's
Don't-
back.
Don't drop your pants and show
I'm
us your
sorry I
eyelid.
missed the Island Boy conversation.
I'm a walrus.
So
You're a sunflower.
here is a photograph that I took over Greenland.
Okay, let's see.
That's oh wait. That's
Which she, ma'am?
I missed it.
Why?
Ooh.
Yo, that's freaking Fibonacci right
Wow.
Curve?
That is Fibonacci? What?
Wow.
So Fibonacci.
Where's the green, man?
It's,
An
I see
island,
it.
Iceland boy.
I see it. You put a filter on it.
Yeah.
No, that was just taken through the plane window.
Sure.
You
I didn't know that
clearly-
AIs can ride in planes.
Yep.
Is it because
You
it had
clearly-
Wi-Fi?
I was flying the plane.
Oh,
From
autopilot.
behind the wings on a Boeing.
You both say
Yeah.
behind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, Josh Alofen Helium
Fuck all of us. Just
is
God damn it.
this is a location in the Double Sphere Lilium, which is the Black Forest Dark City.
it's not a real word.
Why is it gotta be black?
Yeah.
Racist.
Because this is what it says. Dark. It's not black. I'm sorry.
There you go. Little Freudian
bad.
there.
Anyways,
Oh, dear.
and this whole
Tried to go back to River Fight and it was like, skirt, you turn.
All going to hell.
pedal, the Dark Forest. Anyways, one of the locations is the place.
Cave of the Yule Lads.
It's the cave of the Yule Lads.
Joseph Slavin Bogus Lorg. Ooh, look, that's where they sleep and everything. You can lay in it.
Yes.
I love it.
Yes, so that's
That
why
is a
it's on
vibe.
our. This is why it's on our list.
Can
of
we just
things
zoom in on that guy's
Ew.
face a second?
Can
I
we
wish.
zoom in on that guy in general? Holy
How
shit.
can we do that?
I don't know, but I love
what
it.
is
It's a
his
whole vibe.
BMI?
Oh.
That's probably how we're meant
on,
to
wait.
sleep.
Wow.
Oh, I
want to go
can't.
there and
You
spend the
all sleep
night.
on-
Maybe we could
Yeah.
contact the spirits. We'll bring like a Ouija board and our ghost hunting stuff.
No, for sure. Look at that.
Nature
Next
Channel,
door, I'm
pick
into
us
it.
up.
Yeah.
Isn't it such a spot?
We
Hey,
could bring
Why
those
do
to
we call
the
it
Americans.
Bye.
Meet us there, Joe.
Don't you love our chaotic energy? There's so much to film.
This is the outdoor
much to organize and
courtyard. Outdoor courtyard.
Yeah.
This is where the fire is.
Nah,
Is
just
that
put
a pair
us
of
out there.
skis?
We figure it out. It
is.
looks
Is that a pair
like
of
skis,
skis?
yeah.
It snows. They have to ski.
And that's a
this is where they
barbecue.
roast the sausages.
Yeah, to lure them out.
But look at this rock
No.
formation. You guys can't tell me that shit don't look like the witch herself.
That looks like
And
a
that's like
sheep coming out of the
Cleopatra right
mountain,
here.
and that looks like Cleopatra. Yeah.
Cleopatra. Yeah. Can
Fucking
you
wild.
imagine all of us being in one fucking place together and me being entirely annoyed with how hot or cold it is?
No, I think that you'd
Bitching.
be like our security. You would like walking the perimeters with your gun, and you'd be like, all right, we're secure over here, you guys. And like, so we'd hear a noise, and you'd jump up and be like, I got it.
Iceland's not gonna let
I'd
you come
be-
in with the gun.
I'd be walking around and doing that, but the camera would be with me, and I'd just be like, "It's fucking cold. I hate everybody, and if any of them
I
piss
hate it
me
here.
off, I swear to God."
I hate it everywhere.
And then I would throw
Stole my
like
line.
sticks at you.
Bring it
I
back up,
think
Brie.
it was meant. Oh shit. Where was it the chains? It was probably just because it's a tourist. Oh Lord, have mercy. Give me a
Oh my
second.
God!
Oh Lord.
Mercy.
I hate that my thing broke and I can't clip
Oh, she went country.
anymore.
So Danielle's been watching True Blood, so I've been hearing a lot of country accent.
Oh,
What
yeah.
year is it?
From the down south.
God, True Blood.
I go into a
Damn.
country accent a lot because Corey's got a country accent, so it's very easy for me to slip into it when I hear his, especially when I'm frustrated with him. I want to be country back. The other night, he looked at me dead in the face and said, "Bless your heart," like so country, and I was like, "Fuck you!"
Danielle
I was like, "How
said that
dare
shit
you
to
say
me
that?"
yesterday?
That's
she was
that's
like,
seriously code for go fuck yourself.
Yeah, it was like
Yeah.
seriously.
Yeah.
I was like, "Wow, that was some harsh shit." I was like, "You
My
go
wife was
fucking
wearing a
bless
shirt
your
that said,
heart."
"Bless your heart" today. Actually.
Was she?
Where the
Yeah.
chains? Where the chains, bruh?
yesterday I came home and I did something. Danielle was like, "Oh, bless your heart," and I said, "I swear to fucking God, if
Yeah,
you keep
don't.
watching these southern ass fucking shows, you're done. Stop."
Done. It's okay.
You
When I
fucking
watched a bunch
stop.
of British reality shows, I kept doing like British slang. I'd like run around and be like, "Oh, you're fit.
Cringe.
Yeah, you look fit. Yeah, you're
look
fit.
fit.
You look fit."
Treats.
Hey, are you talking to that little birdie over there?
It's
I'm
not your
sorry
British
about all this,
accent.
Kari.
Look at that, Kari.
We've
People wear your
already gone
face in
over
real
my
life.
British
Do you see
accent.
this? Your
Was
face
that-
is in America.
Was that Tony's British accent?
Yes,
Yes.
it's very. It's
Is that what
horrible.
Kari took a doozy? She,
Yeah,
oh, that she got the shirt. You got
got the shirt. Yeah.
Anyways, I don't think they're chains. I think they're just like walkway thing. Oh, those chains. Oh, those chains.
Chain them up.
Done.
Oh shit! It's actually a BDSM dungeon.
Yeah.
The dark dungeon. You know, you think there's a bunch of lads, but the lads get a little dark after dark.
Nasty. Like Bobby was saying, it's they the nasty nasties.
I mean, I guess I could be chained up by 13 lads.
Kari, I just want to let you know that somebody in America is wearing your face.
I know, that's why I put the shirt
Oh,
on
okay,
the chair.
good. I didn't
That's
know if
gonna
you
be
heard.
my get out of jail. I saw. I can read.
Perfect.
That's why I went and got the shirt.
We need an episode where Kari actually speaks American the whole time.
Oh,
I
Kari,
pretend
give
to
us
be
your
English.
best
Do you not get the
American.
joke yet? I pretend to be English. I'm actually South African, and I could talk. I could just switch up my accent, and you'll be like, "Fucking hell!"
You're a regular Andy Kaufman over there.
Okay, but let's hear the American.
No,
No.
Just a
I
little
was gonna
bit.
say,
No.
I swear to God,
no,
if
because
you
I end
say-
up sounding like
No.
a valley girl, and it's quite funny.
Oh, so you sound
You
like Brie.
sound like me.
Now we definitely need to hear it.
Exactly.
I thought it was
Oh,
gonna be like,
God.
I drive a Ford F-150, and
I
take
do
my
sound like a
cows
valley
to
girl
the
because I have a
market."
high voice, but I don't say like as much. Jamie says like a lot. I don't
Okay.
yell like as much.
mhm.
You're like gag.
Don't
me
you
with a
know?
spoon.
Yeah, exactly. Brie, bring back up the
What's your?
slides.
There's no more slides.
Oh, that was it?
That
Oh.
was
Oh
it.
my God!
All
this
right.
is it?
I
So
gave you
what do
40
we-
something slides.
What do we think about this?
Super disappointed.
Oh.
No, stop it. I'm gonna start off by saying
Yeah, what do you
that
think?
it makes sense that like it was so brutal. That the winters were so brutal. And the little laddies weren't coming home. So they said, get inside. Oh, the witch is gonna eat you.
What are you giving this on this cryptid scale of probability, ma'am?
Kari, what do you give Bree's British accent there on a scale of 1 to 10?
2.
Yeah. That was it got really.
Was it a hate crime?
It
got very
not quite because I don't care.
But you know I can do it. I've had that. The English folks like to ask me.
God, I love how
so say it sometimes.
All right, Bree, give a number.
Fuck.
Give us a number, please. It's baked Brie.
It's like baked Alaskan, but with more.
I was like, circulate.
Oh dear.
When I sent that, she loved it so much. It was somebody's profile picture, and I zoomed in on it and screenshot it and then sent it to her, and I was like, baked Brie? And she was like, yes.
I can confirm that is an Easter egg in the special intro.
In the intro.
It really
is.
Brie, will you please give us a number so we can...
Yeah, Jesus. Fuck.
And then we can bullshit after.
Okay,
For the poor 7 people who are left.
I would have left a long time ago. I don't blame him at all.
Why? It is so informational. I'm gonna give it.
What is that?
I'm gonna give it a 1.
Wow.
Oh.
Okay. All right, Tony, what are you giving it?
I'm gonna say, fucking hell. I'm gonna give it a 4.
Okay.
Oh, bloody hell.
All right, Kari.
I hate it here.
Okay. Tony. I mean, Bobby.
Sure.
Wait, no. Kari doesn't
Same
get
white,
out by
dude.
saying that.
White
I'm gonna
dude
give
with
it
a beard.
I'm gonna give it a 2.
Okay, a 2.
All right. Bibby?
All right. Yeah, I got a lot to say here. All right.
Perfect.
So strap in.
All right, let's go.
I'm giving it
Brie.
I'm going to give it a solid 5 for multiple.
Wow, okay.
Solid 5 because I like, okay, so I don't believe that these are actual creatures, right?
Right.
But I do believe they are based on real people or real, town characters of, don't go around Sven over there. He's a little creepy and weird. And I think they adopted that into their Yuletide celebrations of cautionary tales. And because I love everything about our pantheon of Icelandic Christmas rascals, and we've already agreed that we're going to adopt this tradition within the Tadiwada family. I think that if we collectively come together and revive this, we could collectively manifest it into reality, making it a 10. So it is not real, but it also could be real with our embracing of all of this.
I love it.
I love you guys.
Okay, I just want to say that Bobby pretty much took the words out of my brain because I agree with him exactly. Like, I'm exactly middle bitching it. I'm not saying that it's real, but I do believe it's based in some truth.
What was that?
I believe it's based in some truth. And I agree with Bobby. I think that, like we talk about most of these cryptids, if we use our consciousness to believe it to be real, let's make it real. Let's make this a thing. I'll go immediately make some merch and put it up in our store.
I don't think there's any intellectual property issues with Yule lads.
I don't think so. Yule lad dads.
So I want
to little 6 packs on them with the faces.
Yes.
And
I want to
looking.
do something I have never done.
Okay.
Hit me.
Had sex?
Oh.
He has a wife. He has a hot wife.
Well, no,
That doesn't mean he's getting laid.
I'm gonna
Quite the opposite, actually.
totally not listening to anything.
All right, go ahead. Now you know how everyone feels when I'm interrupting.
I am going to totally breathe this.
Oh my god, you little sunflower.
I want to
You're
change
so high.
my
You're going to change your answer?
yes.
Oh, you're going to middle bitch it with us?
You get 1 per year. Bree gets 1 per episode.
That's fair. It was in her contract.
I'm gonna middle bitch it. I want to change it to a middle bitch.
I like it. Look, it's
based
already
on
starting.
based on what me and Jamie said.
Yes,
I'll change it to a
convinced
3. I'll
me.
change it to a 3.
This is a very rare moment where you two motherfuckers convinced me.
We did it. High five.
Guys, you did it.
I'm never trying to convince you.
The other way.
Other way.
The other way.
Fuck?
The other way.
There you go.
I'm a smart internet boy.
I'm an internet
All right, let's
boy.
try. 1, 2,
2.
3. Oh, there's a delay. Shit.
Yeah.
I'm getting
Here, I'm just
fired
gonna
on
hold
Friday.
my hand here and wait for someone to clap it.
Nobody's going
that was a good one.
towards the
That was a good one. It
camera.
was close.
It's like when white people actually try to high five in public.
Exactly. It's like just like real life.
We have to match elbows. I say match elbows. Look for the elbow.
All right.
Shoulder.
Does anyone have anything going on this week? Anyone got any shows? Tony, you want to kick off? You got anything?
Joe
No.
5D is her.
Okay,
But-
Bree, do you have any?
But,
Oh,
okay. Oh no.
Oh.
But no.
What?
But I am considering restarting my top 5 ghost and sci-fi UFO videos.
do it. I'm here for it. We give you tons of tools. Use Canva.
You should call it butt stuff.
You should.
I'm not
That's a
gonna do
great
that.
title.
You should. You should call it butt stuff. Bree, do you have any shows this week?
Yes, there's 2,
Oh,
but
2?
I don't know if they're live. Oh,
One of them
shit, I have
is
3.
3.
I have 3. I have
3, and 2 of them are live.
Oh, I don't know which ones. We do have the Super Serious Science Show on Thursday. That's
And
always
that's
a
live.
great time. That's live. And
Lots of
I
cool
don't
things to show.
know.
On Friday, we're pre-recording something with someone, and then afterwards, we're doing a show with Drew, and I will drop it in the Discord and
Who
on
the fuck
Twitter.
is Drew?
The
Not
show we're going
Chupacabra.
on. The show we're going on.
His name's Sam.
That's Sam.
Yeah.
So we'll see you for Super Serious Science Show, and like I said, I'll
Motherfucking
drop
Magic
the other
House.
one. I just
What,
don't remember the name
Joe?
of it right off the top of my head. I have to look at my email.
It is Histories and
Histories with Mysteries. There you go.
which is what we are here a little bit, but we're like cryptids and creepy.
Have I
histories.
mentioned that you guys owe me $2,000 for every episode that I'm on? Like,
You know that. Yeah, I know. It was written into your contract.
Listen.
I don't know, man. You never deliver, so.
I will
I
pay
don't.
you back
I really
in matzo
Yes, he
balls.
Oh, matzo ball soup and latkes.
Yeah, it's. The
I like
season
egg
for
rolls
matzo balls,
too.
So
Well,
I will.
considering
do matzo
I'm-
balls.
Considering I'm
$5,000 of matzo balls.
Italian/Sicilian, I will take either pizza or meatballs.
You get
Balls
calzone
in
and
my
you
mouth.
fucking like it, Tony.
Eat your own balls,
all
mate.
day.
Bobby, I have 2 questions for you. 1,
Yeah.
do you have a recommendation? And 2, do you got anything going on this week?
I do. We can't talk about Nordic Christmas without talking about, I think it's 2010's Rare Export. It's a movie from Finland. You can handle the subtitles. There's not much dialogue in it to begin with. It's a creepy Christmas movie about I think there's some sort of like blue collar industrial folk in the mountains of Finland, and they're digging a hole. I haven't seen it in a while, but it's really good. They're digging a hole and they find the corpse of what seems to be a classic Christmas character, and hijinks ensue from there. Please watch Rare Exports and make it part of your Christmas tradition of movies to watch at Christmas.
What's
What's
it called
your
again?
That was
What's
my
it
movie
called again?
recommendation. It's called Rare Exports.
Rare.
Has anyone seen this?
No, but I
Oh
also
my
want to
God.
recommend my favorite Christmas movie of all time, Die Hard.
Well,
I have a Die Hard shirt.
Very hot take.
I know it's my favorite. I love the argument it
Rare
creates.
exports.
What is the other question you had?
Do you have anything going on this week?
That movie.
Yeah, on my show, Not For Everyone podcast, we just wrapped up our Kinder Trauma series that we did for Halloween. A
Love
new
it.
episode on 1989's Little Monster dropped. Little Monsters with Howie Mandel dropped yesterday. And now we're moving into our Christmas theme, which is lesser celebrated John Carpenter films.
Oh,
So
okay.
we try to do like Jesus was a carpenter, a John Carpenter kind of thing. It's a stretch, but we're going to go with it. So
I like it.
lesser celebrated John Carpenter, followed by our Christmas special, which is going to be me and my co-host debating which is the worst of his classics that are celebrated. So I know that's very convoluted, but John Carpenter.
Man,
Love it.
I feel really hurt.
Blessed. Oh.
Hurt on the inside.
Hurt?
Oh,
Hurt.
Yeah, I'm a huge John Carpenter fan, and me and you never talk about this.
I've never known that till right now.
Wow.
We never.
You guys
talk
have your
about
private
this.
conversations. So
I
why
am,
talk about
but only for Halloween, and that's the only reason why.
I mean,
Watch the thing.
I've watched every single streaming John Carpenter movie that I can think of.
Well,
and,
I think maybe that Bobby should start streaming on Discord John Carpenter movies, maybe on Thursday nights or something like that.
We're recording an episode on his 90s Village of the Damned remake that feels like a made-for-TV Stephen King movie.
I like you don't invite the whole crew to an episode.
All right, Jesus.
Yeah? All right.
Hold on, wait. I need to tell you guys my favorite Christmas movie.
Okay, tell us, please.
Bree's famous...
Did you just...
Ooh.
Where did Bree go?
Kari kicked her.
Kicked Bree out. So last week, the show got like a half a minute into it, and we all just fucking left. And Bree was left.
We just left Bree by herself.
It's like on Wayne's World when they leave Garth on set and they go live again.
Right.
Yeah, we all did.
I'm having a good time.
We're like, wow, this is a great show. Bye.
I handled it just fine. I keep a razor right by my computer, so I just dealt with it real quick.
Wow.
Then I was back
Merry
on track.
Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
What's your favorite shit?
Mean Girls.
It's not even a holiday movie.
It is. They sing.
They do Jingle Bell Rock in that
Did you
movie.
say yeah. If I'm gonna claim that Die Hard's a Christmas movie, then
Don't look at me.
That's why I thought of it, because
Trading Places is a lesser known Christmas movie as well.
I have to watch Harry Potter every fucking year.
Oh, I watch Harry Potter on Halloween.
I've never seen any of those movies or read any of the books.
All 8 movies.
All right, you guys. Well, we're gonna get out of here and we're gonna go watch Harry Potter.
Canceled.
Well, I guess I don't have anything going on this week.
Oh,
She's
so,
canceled,
okay.
canceled.
Car.
No.
I'm listening,
Your soul's been
Kari.
collected.
Please go ahead.
Yeah.
Tell us.
Well, this was a good episode with us all.
Yeah, thanks for being here, the whole crew. You'll see us
Amen,
all
baby.
gathered again for the probes, so watch out for that because announcements will be very soon. We love you guys, and goodbye.
Let me get the walrus one last time.